Hello friends, in this video we will see managing PowerPoint slides. First thing is the outline view. Normally we have different views in PowerPoint just like the other applications like Microsoft Office or Excel. We have here also different views. We have normal view, we have a slide sorter view, we have a reading view. Then we have this extra view which is what? Outline view. This outline view shows your slides text in online outline form, and this allows you to quickly edit your slide text and view the content of multiple slides at once. You could use this layout to review the original of your slideshow and organization of your slideshow and prepare to deliver your presentation. Now to view the outline view in an outline, you have to go to the view tab. From there you have these presentations views where you have different views, normal, slide sorter or reading view, where you have also this outline view. So when you click on this outline view, it will change your slide presentation view, this navigation pane into the text. If you see here in the side in this image, an outline of your text will appear in this slide navigation pane, and now you can type directly into this outline to make changes to your slide and text. You can format your text, you can directly edit your text from this side. So these views will help you to manage your text in the slides. So it will not show all the images or shapes in your document, in your presentation. It will only show you the text, so that it will be easy for you to edit those text. Now the other views are also normal views are here. You can access them from here in the status bar. Normal view is this. You can go for the slide sorter view, which looks like this, where you can jump to other slides. Then you have a reading view, which help us to read your presentations. So you can go and read your presentation. So these are also views, and these are also you can access from this view tab. In the view tab you have these views: normal, slide sorter view, and also reading view. Now here we have this outline view. So when I click on this outline view, it will change here in the presentation slide navigation pane. It will not show the slides, it will show only the text separated from images and shape. So when I click on it, now we can see all the text here in this side. So if I want to edit some text, if I want to change the format, format the text, then I can do it from here. So if I want, then I can select the text, and then I can go from the formatting, then I can do format. I can change the style, and you can see here in this side of the slide, I can increase the font. So you can see the changes there. So I can change whatever I want from here, this outline view. This is only for text. So it separates the text from the images so that we can easily modify the text. Then next thing is slide notes. Now you can add notes to your slides from the note pane. Now often it is also called speaker notes, and they can help you deliver or prepare for your presentations. For example, if you are going for the presentation and you want to take some notes about some slides, so you can take it there in those slides. So when you are presenting your presentation, so you know that what is going to be with these slides. So for adding the notes, you can click the note command here in the status bar. So you can click it, it will open the notes pane. It will open here note pane. It is not that big. If it is not that big to add the text, then you can stretch from here. You can drag it to more space. Otherwise you can go for the then you can add your notes here, and otherwise you can go for the view tab, where you can have this notes page command. So when you click on it, it will open the slide like this, where you can see the slide here, and then you can see the notes here. in the bottom of the slide and you can edit what you want to edit. So here I go to first normal view. Now here is the note command. So when you click on it, you will see here note option. It says click to add notes. So you can click here and you can add whatever the notes you want. Now here you can add your notes. And it is not showing the more option other line, then you can stretch it to other options. Then you can add whatever you want to add. And when you change the slide, so in this slide also you can add something, the note related to the slide. Now this is also, we can add it from here, or we can directly go to the view tab where we can have this notes page command. So when you click on it, and now you can see here the slides, and then in the bottom you can see and added the notes. So whatever you want to add, you can add from here. And when you're done, you can go back to normal view. And when you click on this command, it will hide the notes. Now notes, you will see when you will run the presentation, you will not see those notes. But in a presentation, in a presenter view, you can see the notes when you run it in the presenter view. Then we have other option, which is to divide your slide PowerPoint into sections. So if you have lots of slides, so you can organize them into sections to make your presentation easier to navigate. And section can be collapsed and expanded in the slide navigation pane and named for easy reference also. So for creating the section, for example, here I have different sections related to dogs and other animals. So I can create sections related to them. So for creating the section, first select the slide where you want to create the section, then go to the home tab, and from the home tab there is a slide group where you can have this section command. So when you click that drop down command, you will see this option to add section. Now when you add it, it will be default untitled section. So if you want to make it any name, so you can go again, select the section, and then go here again in the section tab and in a section command and click rename, and then whatever the name you want, you can name it. And also you can close those sections and open those sections also. So I want to create a section here, so I'll go here where I want to create the section, like I want to create here. So I select the slide and go to the home tab. From the section command here, I say add section. Now you see here it is added as a untitled section. It is not giving the name. So if I want to rename this section, I have to select the section text first and then go back to the section command, rename it, and then whatever name I want to give. And you can see the name here. And you can create multiple sections also. Like I want to create one more here. So I select the slide, go to the add section. It is there. Now I can rename it. So this is what we have, two sections. I can close the section. This is collapsed. I can collapse this one also. So it will be easy for me to navigate my slides if it is lots of slides there. You can also expand and collapse from here. Collapse all, expand all. It will expand all the sections. you can collapse all section. It collapsed all the sections. This is the default one. This is what we have created, and you can also expand them. Now if you want to remove the section, then from the section command you can go there and select remove section. Removes the selected section. Otherwise you can select to remove all sections. So if you want to remove it, then first you have to select the section which you want to remove. So you select the name of the section, and then from here you can select remove section. That section is removed. Or otherwise you can directly go here and say remove all sections. It will remove all the sections. Then print layouts. Now even though these PowerPoint presentations are designed to be viewed on a computer, so there may be times when you want to print them, and you can even print custom versions of the presentation, now which can be specifically helpful when presenting your slideshow. So the print pane makes it easy to preview and print your presentation. Now PowerPoint offers several layouts to choose from when printing your presentation, but the layout you choose will mostly depend on why you are printing the slideshow. And there are 4 types of print layouts. First type is full page slides. Full page slides, in this you can see in this image it will show one slide, and in one page it is going to be printed. The other next option is notes page, and in this print slide it will print with the slide all the notes which you have added. Now this one is, you will use this one where you have lots of notes for each slides, and you would keep a printed copy of the notes with you while you are presenting. So while you are presenting it, so for making the reference you can keep the notes with you. So for that you can print it with the notes. Then you can print with outline. Outline, it will print in overall outline of the slideshow, and you could use this to review the organization of your slideshow and prepare to deliver your presentation. So whenever you start your presentation, so for that you will be prepared what is coming in the presentation. Then you have these handouts. Now this prints thumbnail version of the slides like this, and with optional space for the notes like this. So this layout is specifically useful if you want to give your audience a physical copy of the presentation, and the optional space allows them to take notes on each slides. Now how we can do this? For printing, always we'll go to the backstage view by clicking on the file tab. We'll go to the backstage view, we'll click on the print pane, it will open the print pane. Now from where we can select the printer, select the copy of the printing, how much you want to print, and from here you can select those different layouts. From here you can select the layouts which you want, and then you can print it. So suppose I want to print this document, so I will go to the backstage view. In the print pane, here I will select the printer, copy and other options, and here I have this option, full page slide. Like in one page you can see it is printing one slide. Or I can go for others, like I can go for notes. Now here you can see the slide with notes. Slide with notes. Or I can go for outline. Now in outline you can see it is only showing the text. Then I can go for handouts. Now handouts can be different ways of handouts. You can see you can go for one slide only for one page, or you can go like this where you have the thumbnail of your slide and then you have the option for adding the notes. And then when you are satisfied with your selection, then you can go on to print. Now presenting your slideshow. PowerPoint offers several tools and features to help make your presentation smooth, engaging and professional. So before you present your slideshow, you need to think about the type of equipment that will be available for your presentation. Now many presenter uses the projectors during the presentation, so you might want to consider using one as well. So this allows you to control and preview slides on one monitor while presenting them to audience on another screen. So mostly we use one laptop or our own machine where we run the presentation, and then we connect the other screen, maybe a projector, which do the projection on the other screen. So this screen will be visible for the audience, and this screen is for us. So we can manage our PowerPoint slides from here, what we want to show the audience, and here in this screen audience will see what we want to show them. So for starting the presentation, simple, we can start the presentation by clicking on this command from the quick access bar, or we can press F5. Both will start the presentation from the beginning, and then we can also start the presentation from this status bar option. Now this one will start the presentation from the current slide. It will not start from the beginning, it will start from the current selected slide. Now when you or maybe you want to start the PowerPoint slide from this slideshow tab. It's a dedicated tab for the slideshow, where you have option to start from the beginning, start from the current slide, and other options also. Some other advanced options where you can select the custom slide view shows, where you want to do, what you can select like what slides you want to show, or even you can present online also. Now when you start the presentation, you can go for advanced next slide by clicking your mouse or pressing the space bar on your keyboard. Alternatively, you can use arrow key from your keyboard, and you can also hover your mouse over the bottom or left and click these arrows for going forward and for going backward. Then when your presentation is finished or you want to stop it, so anytime you want to stop, you can press escape key, it will stop, or you can click the slideshow option here in the slideshow options, and here you can click end show. Otherwise, when it is going to be end, when the slides are finished, then it will show you this message that end of slideshow, click to exit. So these ways you can stop your presentation. So if I want to run my presentation, so I can run it from here. Now you see it is starting from the first page, and then it is going on to next pages. Now I want to close this. I can press escape anytime to close the stop the presentation. Now I want to start from the middle, like somewhere. Suppose I want to start from here, from this slide. Then I can select this command. It will do what? It will start the slideshow from the current slide. So when I click it, it starts from here. Now for closing it, I can go here in the options, and this is the slideshow options, and here I have option to end the show. Otherwise it is going to end if it is finished. So if it is finished, so it will give you option that it is going to end. So it says end of the slideshow. Now click to exit. Then PowerPoint provides convenient tool you can use while presenting your slides. For example, you can change your mouse pointer to a pen or highlighter to draw the attention to items in your slides. In addition, you can jump around to the slides in your presentation or access other programs from your taskbar if needed. So when you run the presentation, normally you will not able to see the taskbar. But suppose I want to run the Internet Explorer or some other program. So I can run this, I can show the taskbar, I can go to the slideshow option here, and from here I'll go to the screen. From there I can select the show taskbar. So it will show me the taskbar in this, like where the presentation is already running. Then from there I can choose what application I want to run, whether I want to run the Internet Explorer or other applications. So if my PowerPoint presentation is running. Now we can see there is no taskbar, but I want that, so I can go here in the options, screen, and then I can click on show taskbar. Now it shows me the taskbar. Now I can choose if I want to open something, and then when I'm done, I can click, I can close it, and then it goes back. Then for slideshow options, we don't have to go every time in the bottom right corner. We can anytime, we can anywhere, we can click, right click anywhere in the screen, and we can get these options. So if you want to get the slideshow option, you don't have to go every time here in the bottom right corner to get these options. You can right click anywhere in the slide, here or here or here, and you can get those options here. Then if you want to jump from one slide to other slide directly, then you can choose this option, which shows all the slides in this thumbnail version, and then you can go and jump to any other slides. So if I want to jump to a particular slide, so I'll go here and I click on this. Now it shows like this thumbnail versions of the slides, and now I'm on 7. I can go and jump on any other, like I want to go to number 2. I go back to number 2. Then for accessing the drawing tool, it is helpful for highlighting or pointing some specific items in your slides. So for that, you can click on this command. This is pen tool, and it will open these options from where you can choose the pen, you can choose the highlighter to highlight your options, and even you can choose the different colors. Then you can mark anything you want to mark, and you can also press the shortcut key Ctrl P to open the pen tool, or whenever you want. So I want to have a pen tool, so I'll go here in the pen tool, here I click and open this pen tool. Now from here I can select pen tool, where I can highlight some points. I can change the color also. I can use highlighter also to highlight some text, highlight something. I can change the color for highlighter. Then we can also use this laser pointer. Now this laser pointer, it is also for drawing attention for the certain parts of the slides, but unlike the pen or highlighter, it will not mark anything on your slide. It will just point. It will just point. It will not mark anything in your slide. Like if I use this, as you see here, I use highlighter or the pen tool, it marks those things in your slide. But if I use the laser pointer, now you can see the laser here. I can highlight it, I can point on some specific thing in your slide, but it will not leave any mark on your slide. So this is also a good way of pointing some specific object. Now to erase your marking, so whatever you draw with your pen tool or highlighter, you can erase them. If you want to erase a particular mark, then you can use this eraser, or you can erase all by selecting this command. Or even when you close your presentation, then it will also ask these two options from you there. Like it says, do you want to discard your pen tool drawing, or you want to keep them? Now discarding means it will discard all the drawings, or when you keep it, it will keep it as a object, as a shape in your slide. So if I want to delete these tools or delete these, so I'll go here, pen tool, and I say eraser. Now my mouse becomes eraser. If I want to erase something, I click on it, it is erased, these are erased. Or if I want to erase all together, I say erase all ink. Now if you don't erase it, like if I don't erase these things, I create this, but I don't erase this. But when I close my presentation, stop, it gives me this option here, whether you want to keep it or you want to discard it. So if I select discard, then it will remove all the ink. Otherwise, if I say keep, it keeps it as a shape. You can see it's a shape where I can drag anywhere. This is also a shape where I can drag anywhere. Or I can delete from here also. Select it and press delete key. Then next thing is presenter view. So if you are presenting your slideshow with a second display like a projector, so you can use this presenter view, and presenter view gives you access to a special set of controls on your screen that the audience won't see, and allowing you to easily reference slide notes also. That means you don't have to print out your notes with your slides. You can easily get it from this show presenter view. Now this preview and also you can preview the upcoming slides, and you can prepare for the next slides when you want. So for that, just start your presentation normally, and then from the slideshow option you click here this presenter view. So it will show in your monitor, it will show you like this. This is what your presenter view, and the main screen, the other screen, it will show what audience will see. So here you can manage your screen, you can see what is audience watching, and you can refer the notes related to the slide. You can also see what is the next slide it is coming. You can use the pen tool from here. You can jump on any other slide, you can zoom it, you can hide the slides also, blackout, and you can also get the slide options, and also you can move your slide from forward or backward. So if you want, then first you have to start your presentation normally. Now it is running, and then you can go to the slide options, and then here you can select presenter view. Now I'm not using a second screen, so I will see only one presenter view here. Now here I can see the slide, and I can see the notes of that slide, and the next slide which is going to come, I can use the pen tool from here. I can jump on some other slides from here. I can zoom on some feature. This is what audience will see. I can black out some slides, and then I can get this other options. And when I want to hide the presenter view, I can click on here and go back to normal view. Now slideshow setup options. So PowerPoint has various options too for setting up and playing a slideshow. For example, if you want an unattended presentation that can display at a kiosk and make your slideshow repeat with continuous looping. So to access this slideshow options, you go to the slideshow tab here, and then you can click on this setup slideshow options, where you can see these multiple options to choose from. Then if you want to advance your slides automatically, that option you will select from this timing group of transition, where you can select uncheck this on mouse click, and then you can select this after how many seconds or minute you want to change one slide. Other options you can get it from this setup slideshow option. So if I want that slideshow option, I'll go here in the slideshow tab, and here I have setup slideshow options. Now here I can select show type presented by the speaker with the full screen, or I can go for the browsed by an individual window. I can go by the browsed at a kiosk in the full screen. I can show options like I can go for the loop also, like loop continuously until I press escape. I can show without narration, I can show without animation, disable hardware acceleration also, graphic acceleration. I can choose the pen color and laser also. Then I can select how many slides I want to show, whether I want to show all or I want to show some of the slides, like I want to show only 5 slides. Then you can select how it is going to advance, how the slides will change. You can select manually, or you can go for using timing if present. Now for this you have to set the timing also. Then here you can decide the monitors. So if you are having multiple monitors, then it will show here primary and secondary. Otherwise by default it is selected automatic, so it will detect automatic the monitor which you want to present. So I selected here loop, I selected only 5, but I selected from the timing for advance the slide, but the timing is not set. So for that I'll go here and I'll go to this transition tab, and from the timing group I remove this on click. That means whenever I click my mouse the slide will change, but now I removed it and I say it should change after every 2 seconds. Now I will start the presentation. I will apply this setting to all. Now I will start the presentation. I don't have to do anything. After every 2 seconds it is changing, and it will show only the 5 or the 5 slides which I have selected, and now you see it is repeating. It is repeating after the 5 slides. Now it goes back to 1 again. Then again it starts. Now it will not stop until I press escape. Now next thing is animating text and objects. Now in PowerPoint you can animate text and objects such as clip art, shapes and pictures. Now animation or movement now on the slide can be used to draw the audience attention to specific content, or it make the slide easier to read. So there are several animation effects you can choose from, and they are organized into 4 types. First type is entrance, where you can decide how the object will enter in your slide. You have different options here. You can choose, for example, if I choose the bounce, that means the object will come as a like this and then bounce 2-3 times. Objects, maybe it's a text box, maybe it's a clip art, maybe it's a shape or picture. Then next category is emphasis. Now this animation occurs when the object is on the slide and often triggered by your mouse. So when you click your mouse, then it triggers the animation. For example, if I select the spin, so what happened, the object is still on the screen on the slide. When I click my mouse, it will spin the object. And same as we have other multiple options. Then the third option is exit. Now this will do what? It will decide how the object will exit from your slide. So if I suppose select a fade, so when I click my mouse, it will automatically fade out and it will exit from the slide. Fourth category is motion path. This is similar to emphasis effect. That means the object which is already on the slide, this will apply to those objects. Now object except moving the slide along determined path like a circle. So here you will decide the path. If I select line, so object will move according to the line. I can select arc, turn, circle, shape, loop. I can even design my custom path also. So object will move according to the path which I select. Now to apply this animation to the object, first we have to select the object which we want to apply the animation. Then we go to the animation tab, and from there we have animation group. By default it shows you the common animation here. If you want to see all the categories, click on the drop down menu and it will show you all the other categories like entrance, emphasis, exit or path. So you select what you want and then it will be applied to that object. Now you will see the number. You can see the number there, and that number indicates there is the animation there on that object. And also you can see in the star in the slide in the navigation pane, it also indicates that there is the animation applied to that object. And not only the object, in this 4 category you see animation, there are some more animation available which you can get from the bottom here. More effects like entrance effect, emphasis effect, exit effect, and more motion path effects also available. So for example, I want to apply some object, like I select this object here, which I want to apply the animation. So I'll go to the animation tab, and here in the animation group I have these all animations. If I want to see all the categories, I click on the drop down menu. I can see entrance, emphasis, and exit also. So I want to see, like suppose I say okay, fly in. Now you see how it is going to come. And now you see the number here. That number indicates that there is a animation applied to the object. And here also you can see the star, which also says like it's an animation applied to the object. And you can get more, like if you want to get more, then you can go here and you have more entrance object effects. You have more options: basic, subtle, moderate, exciting. You have plenty to choose from. Same as for you have for entrance, you have emphasis, exit, you have all these 4 categories. You have multiple different animations to choose from. Now to remove the animation, if you want to remove the animation, then just select the number of the animation and then press the delete key from your keyboard and it will remove it. So if I want to remove it, then this number is there, and if you want to see the preview, you can see it from here. And if you want to delete it, then you will select this and then you can press delete key from your keyboard, and now you can see it is deleted. So just like I applied this one, I can apply many other animations, like I can say fade, and you can see it is fading, or I can say fly in, I can say float in, split, wipe, and these are all entrance. It is coming in. Now we have some effects will option. We have some extra effect options also. So some effects will have some options to change from. So for example, which we have selected what the fly in. So we can select how it is going to in. By default it is coming from the bottom. We can change from left, from bottom left, from top left, or from top. So we can choose the direction also. So it depends on the animation we select. These extra effect options will be available for according to that animation. We can get it from the same animation tab, and we can click this drop down to choose these different options. So if I want to change, like I have selected this, and it is going to be, it is coming from bottom, fly in. So I can change it from here, and I can change it from left bottom, left top, like I select top, from top. Now it is coming from top. Depending on the animation we select, those options are different. Now to add multiple animation to single object. As you have seen, when I change the animation, it will change, it will not add. That means when I add fly in, after that when I add fade in, so it changes, but it is not added. But suppose if I want to add the animation for entering, then emphasis, and then I want to configure it to exit, so that I want 3 animation on the same object. So that we can do from animation tab and from advanced animation group, we can click on add animation. So by default, when you try to add the animation, like when you add it, right now it is fly in. So if I select float in, so the fly in goes and float in comes. It is not changing, it is actually changing, it is not adding. So this is what fly in. Now float in is removed. So if I want to add, now this is entry, I want to add anything else, so I can add it from here. So I can select here in this animation tab, this is advanced animation group. I click on the drop down. So I have decided how it is going to enter. Now I can decide how it is going to exit. So I'll select the exit animation. Now how it is going to exit, so I will say let's exit like fly out. So now you can see we have 3 animations, and I can add emphasis also, like while it is on the screen what it should do. So while it is on the screen, it should do, I can choose this, okay, spin. So I added these 3 animation, and as you can see the numbers 1, 2, 3, it defines the sequence of the animation. So when we run the slideshow, first it will run this animation, then this and this. So you can see the number, and number it decides the order. Now we can change the order also. So if we want to change the order of the animation, then we have to select the number, and then from the timing group we can change the order from here. We can move it earlier, we can move it later also. If you are having multiple animation, then you can move up, you can move down also. So we have 3 animation, and how is it working? Let's see the preview. I'll start the animation PowerPoint slide. So first when I click, the object fly in, now it is fly out. Then next time when I click, it is not working because it is already out. So the third animation is not working because it is already gone out. So I can change the order. The third animation which I put, it is the emphasis, so it works when the object remains on the slide, but in the second animation it is already got out. So I can change the order. I can make this 3 to work as a 2. So for that I will select the number 3, and then I go to this animation timing group, and here I say move earlier. Now that number 3 becomes number 2. Now see what happens now. Now first when I click, it comes in, then it flips, and now it goes out. Now it is okay. So this is how you can do reorder the animation also. Then you can copy the animation with the animation printer also. So sometimes you have applied some animation to some object and you want the same object animation to in other object, then you can do what? You can use this animation printer. For that you select the object you want to copy the effect, and then you can go here in advanced animation tab group. Here you click the animation printer. Now your mouse will become like a pen, and then you select the object where you want to copy the animation, and then that will be the same animation with that. Now here I have applied the animation to this object, and I want to copy this animation to somewhere else, or let's say I have some animation here on this object. What is it? It is coming like this. Okay, let's apply some animation here. Bounce in. Now I want to have same animation, this to have in the other object, in the other slide, like this one. I need the same animation here. So what I will do, I will select the object. From the advanced animation group, here I click animation painter. Now my mouse becomes like a paint brush. I go to the next slide and I select this. Now the same animation applied to this object also. So this one is also same and this one is also same. Then we can manage our animation by using the animation paint. This allows you to view and manage all the effects on your slides, on your current slide, on your selected slides. You can modify, you can reorder the effects from the animation paint, which is specifically useful when you have several effects. To open the animation paint, go to the animation tab from the advanced animation group. You can click on this animation paint. So when you click on it, it will open in the right side this animation pane where you can see all the animations, and you will see the object names which is applied those animation. Now when you see the object name here, it is important for us to make that object proper name. Otherwise what happened, we'll got confused that what object remain or which object name is what. So it is good idea to have first a proper name for each object, and that we can do by opening the selection pane where we can see all those objects and we can make them, or we can rename them according to what the objects are, so that it will be easy for us in the animation pane to work. So here we will see the proper name when you have the proper name there. So if you see here, if I go to animation pane, if I want to I go to animation pane from the animation tab here, and here I can see all the animations applied to the objects. Now if you want to know which object name is which, then it should be good idea to first rename those objects properly. For renaming them, you have to select one of the object and go to the format tab where you can see this selection pane. So when you click on it, it opens this selection page when you can see the names of those objects. Now when you see the names, you can see this is this, this is this object, this is this object. So you name it accordingly so that it is easy for you to get the name here in the animation pane. Now from here you can apply, you can reorder, you can modify those animation what you want. Like first you want to reorder it. Reorder. So if you want to run some animation before any other animation, then you can just click and drag it where you want to have it. So for that, for example, here in this slide, if I see the preview of this slide, how is this going to work? So first this is coming, then this Saturn is coming, and then this answer is coming. So let's say I want to say first the answer should come, then this Saturn should come. So this Mercury should come. So what I will do, this answer I will click and drag it before Mercury. Now when I run the preview, question, answer, and then Mercury came. So this is how we can do reorder it. Or if you want to play the animations, then you can play from here directly from the animation pane. You can play all, or you can select one animation and you can play a particular animation also. And when you play it, you can see this timeline also. It shows the progress, it shows the which animation is playing and in which order it is playing. And if it is not showing, then you can click on the animation and click on the drop down and you can select this show advanced timeline. By default it is already there. So whenever you run the animation, like if I say play all, you can see this here, it is playing. And if it is not showing, then you can select the any animation, drop down, and you can click here. Right now it is saying hide advanced timeline because it is already showing it. If you want to play only one animation, then select that animation and then play. Or you can play all. Click anywhere here and then you will give option to play all. Then To change the effect start from, that means by default an effect start playing when you click the mouse during the slideshow. And if you have multiple effects, so you will need to click multiple times to start each slide individually. However, by changing the start option for each effect, you can have effect that automatically play at the same time or one after the other. So you can change how these animations should play. By default, always it will play when you click your mouse, but you can change it. So you can change it, like you can change for some animation should play directly with other animation previous one, or you can say after the previous. So if you want to change those things, you click this drop down for that particular animation, where you will get these options. By default it says start click on, that means on click, that means when you run the mouse click, it will run the animation. If you select start with previous, that means when the previous is animation run, like number 1, so with the same time it will run the number 2 also. Or if you select start after previous, that means when the one will finish, then it will start the second one, but it will run automatically without clicking your mouse. So you can choose these options, you can change it from this drop down menu. So here what is happening here, if I play all, question is coming, then answer is coming, and then this Mercury is coming. Now if I run the PowerPoint slide here from the current position, so when I click one, question comes, then when I click second, this answer come, and then when I'm not clicking, this Mercury is coming automatically. So we can change this order, or we can change how it is working. So when you see this one, it is starting after previous. That means when the previous one is finished, then this is starting. So I can change it. I can click on, I can say okay after my click. Now what happened, when I click it, then it will run. Then Mercury, it is coming automatically. I can say start with previous one. So it will run just after the answer came. So it will come automatically with the answer, not after the answer. Let's check now how it is working. So when I click once, this answer came, a question, it flashes, and then when I click, the answer will come, and with the same time it will come the Mercury. So you can see both are coming at the same time. So we can decide how it should work. Then we can get some more options from opening this effect option command. This opens the dialog box for effect options, now which contains more advanced options you can use to fine tune your animation. To open this, you click on the drop down menu here, and you can choose the effect option. Now it is depend on the particular animation which you are choosing. So options will depend on that particular animation. So when you click on it, it opens this dialog box where you can choose different options, like you can click sound, you can choose options like you can add sound when the animation plays, you can select after animation, is it don't dim or not, and you can have animate text once or 2 time, 1 time, 3 time. You can decide how much time it will play that animation. You can have option for timing also, where you can decide the timing of the effect, whether it is running by a mouse click, or how much delay it is take, how much duration it will take, and whether it will repeat or not. So you can decide these things. So I want to decide these things related to the Mercury or any other, let's say answer. So I go here for the effect option. Now here I can see effect option sounds. So I can decide like, okay, when the answer comes, this sound should come, applause. You can increase or decrease the volume for the sound. Then you can decide whether it should dim or you should other color. You can decide how much the animation text should come. If it is multiple text here, you can decide like how they come. Once at all at once, the all text will come at once, or you can say by word or by letters. Let's say I select letters, so one by one letters will come, and it will come after this delay percentage. You can increase and decrease also. For timing, it is by default selected on click. You can change the delay, how much delay it will take. You can change the duration to take run the animation, and you can select how much time it should repeat. Let's say I'll say 2 times should repeat. Then you have some advanced options here for the text if it is there, and if it is a text object, then you can decide how the text should come, all paragraphs at once as an object, or by first level paragraphs, second level paragraphs, if it is having a list of paragraphs. So I say okay, these options are there. Now if I run my presentation now, question flashes, now answer comes 2 times, then the words comes by letters and 2 times. So these are the advanced option for the other animations. And this is we have in this video. I hope you like this. So in next video you'll see something else. Till then, have a good day and thank you.